BBC has a series of really awesome short story. I mean, they do this thing, documentary series.
Yeah, absolutely.
And well, first of all, they got a bit of backlash because they'd been posting stories about socialites and Kenyan socialites, and one being Bridget Achieng. And now Bridget is actually, she got really irked by the fact that her story seemed to portray her as almost like as a prostitute, like, well, I'm okay with this, is my lifestyle. She, in the video, she lists the things that socialites sometimes have to do for sponsors.
Was it like sucking feet for
right?
10,000?
That part I was like, what? Wait, whoa. Yeah, and so now she's come up and said, you know what? In last week, it was exposed that Achieng, whose roots can be traced in Kibera slums, engaged in prostitution. Actually, this is the story, right? So, whose roots are based in Kibera, engaged in prostitution before she could make her current name as one of socialites living a better lifestyle. Now, she's quoted as saying, I wouldn't say I didn't try. You are, she told BBC that, you know, I wouldn't say I didn't try. You are a desperate girl looking for money, and you are getting a guy who wants to give you $10,000, that's a lot, just to go visit him in Dubai or wherever. You just need to look pretty and go get your $10,000, she told BBC Africa. I mean, wow.
I mean, okay, I'm not a single lady, so it's gonna be interesting. Let me read the receipt before I give my rant, right?
Yeah.
So in last week,
no, that's the same.
Oh, that's the same one. They haven't changed it yet.
Yeah.
Okay, then let me give my rant, y'all.
Here we go.
Here we go. Right. So obviously, every woman wants to be on the come up, and it's, you know, you gotta hustle hard for what you do. Even here, Bridget Achieng herself felt disappointed with BBC after they only managed to release only the dark side of her story, even after having taken part in the documentary for 2 whole months. I was shocked. I did a 2-month documentary only for them to cut my interviews and make me look like I'm a prostitute, she said in the interview with a local blog. After pressure piled up, BBC had to apologize by editing the video with a new disclaimer. Following some inaccurate coverage of Bridget in the Kenyan media, the BBC would like to make clear that, as we show in our film, Bridget ran a jeweler business, contributes to Nairobi Diaries, and leads a charitable foundation for children in Kibera. She currently runs an interior design consultancy in Nairobi and has recently announced that she is expecting a baby. Wow, she's expecting a baby.
Wow.
So the thing is, it's like we've story time and time again, okay? We just had the Susan story or Sharon story yesterday. Don't judge a woman for her lifestyle. You know, at the end of the day, her lifestyle is hers. It's not impacting you in any way. I understand that you want the people who are in the limelight to be good representations, you know, to teach young people certain things. But also a couple things. One, the foundation of the people who teach your kids how to grow up should be you as the parent. You know, you give your kids those guidelines. And number two, clearly, she's a successful person. Clearly, like, she's having a baby, she's giving back, you know, to charity. She's not bad in her heart. So you should teach your kids, instead of judging people for doing something that is unconventional but so successful, teach them to just be good people.
I think I'm like on the left side.
Really?
That. First things first, shout out to Monique Bet. I think
Monique and her baby.
Monique and her baby.
Aww.
And so this is what I would say. So first things first, it's if like the words which have come off her mouth about being a prostitute are kind of black and white. Right? Being paid to go and look pretty, whatever that means, is something which she has done.
There's still an expectation.
You know, whichever way. And first of all, doing that, that's like on you. Like there's no problem at all. I am in agreement that if I am a mom, I am a musician, I am an artist, I am a cook, I would like you to, if we're doing a documentary on me, to paint that whole picture. I completely agree with that. However, if for whatever reason, the person who's editing the video, documentary feels like there's one part of me which thinks either is like more sensational, because at the end of the day they want
it's
to,
an entertaining aspect.
The entertainment aspect of me is what they're going to pick. So here the problem is not, I'm not a prostitute. That's not what's here. It's why is that all you saw? Do you understand? So probably maybe the core of it is being a prostitute, because if you didn't have a problem with that, maybe if like all those things I just said and they portrayed me to just be a mom, you know, I would be like, okay, well, I'm also a cook, I'm also a superstar, but I wouldn't be offended. Because that's a bit of who I am. So maybe the issue really is that part of you, like, because if it was any other part, then if they highlighted the jewelry business, I don't think there'll be a problem. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's the core of the problem.
I like that you said the sensationalization, because that happens a lot.
That's what they did.
It happens to everybody. It happens to all of us.
Because that's what sells, right? But
Absolutely.
then I think even just from reading her receipts as well, it's more not communicating to her, like, fine, I get it. If this is the part you want to focus on, let's agree. Because then I did 2 months of every other part of my life, when if that's all you needed, we could have just done the little part that I did. So maybe that's what she felt. And I'm glad that they re-edited it. I mean, as BBC, we come to, they're very credible.
They're very respected.
Site. Like, they're not, it's not where you go for sensational stories. You go there to like get actual credible stories. So I
But
understand.
BBC are not, this is not the first time they've depicted something which has way more positivity than, like, they just took the bad part. There's a documentary which was called Welcome to Lagos. And Lagos is one of the most affluential cities in Africa. Some people have so much money. It's like LA. But they only shot the slums. Right? And it was like, people were just like, oh my God, you know, they are showing reality. You know, that part of Lagos is there, you know, but people would like it to be half. And speaking of Monique Bet, when we spoke about the picture of Ellen, when she had put, you know, of the African children, whatever, Monique's point was, well, this is here. This is still part of Kenya. So really the issue should be, why is this part existing, or what can we do to make this part better, as opposed to it's been exposed. Do you get my point?
Don't get embarrassed about it being.
Like, let's try and make it better. You know,
I think
the
difference is, and I definitely absolutely see your point, I think the difference is between a person's life and a country, because I don't want the only thing that I expose in a country is to be the slums and the terrible part, because I don't want them to be like, oh, it's like when I moved to Kenya, you know, I still get the stupid question, so you go to school on a lion, don't you? Yeah? You know, it's like, I'll say my power has gone out, and they'll be like, yeah, because it's Africa, right? And I'll be like, no, not because it's Africa, guys. Like, my power just went out. It had happened. But for your life, especially for her, it probably feels so personal. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, she can wipe her tears with her money. You know, like, at the end of the day, she can wipe her tears with her money.